afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for May 14th, 2021, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a reverse aging call tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. One of the biggest things that we all of us, non-exempt, none of us are, one of it is stress and being overwhelmed. And it's kind of like, I think many of us don't know we're stressed because it's like, well, I don't feel stressed, But it's, look at all the frequencies that we're currently in, this massive shift of the planet and into higher frequencies, and after so long of being in the lower frequencies, we, there's a lot going on, put it that way. And since we're all energy, we're all affected. There's no way that none of us are affected. Some of us different ways, it's all different, but, we're part of the collective consciousness. So we cannot not be affected by it. And then the biggest thing for these bodies is the stress factor that we kind of draw on ourselves because of how we view things. I mean, have you ever just watched something with your eyes, okay? You're watching, of course, the brain and then everything and the ego, and you can really get emotional just by watching something. And what this does is it gets the stress factor going on the body. And the stress factor is silent but deadly. What we are today comes from our thoughts of yesterday, and our present thoughts build our life of tomorrow. And our life is the creation of our mind, Buddha. You see how important it is for us to manage the mind and not have it manage us. And I think a lot of us become, have you ever felt like you've become a bit overstimulated because of the externality, because of this society, a lot of things that we're living in? All the different technologies, information, consciousness on this planet, for some can be overwhelming, as it is. I mean, the evolution currently in place is absolutely a breakneck speed. And sometimes our minds have trouble navigating through it all. And we feel that, our days are continuously packed with business and there's not enough time to enjoy a walk in nature. And we may want to just jump off the roller coaster. It's kind of an addictive roller coaster and try out a more calming adventure. And it's up to us. We choose it, see. No one can really, I just don't believe that anyone can force us, really. It's up to us. It's our decision. It's our choice. To choose to let it all go. To stop letting stress, fear, overwhelming energies rule our existence and choose to be free instead. And that's a choice, like I say, but you make the choice. You take that step into greater joy, and you become receptive to the more spiritual pleasures that life has to offer all of us. And it's good to know that the energy of overwhelm stems directly from believing that we don't have enough energy, time, resources, or love to get our needs met. I think we all, in different waves, different times, we all have that. We instead act out of fear and robotically obey all the messages that the mind is sending us. Have you ever had a conversation with your mind where you say, I don't care to have that? You're really not interested in saying I don't want, because you'll get it. But when you say, I really don't care, to have that. Mind, you're not in charge here. No, thank you. And I know that to some sounds kind of silly, but the fact of the matter is that it works. It's powerful. So when we stop acting out of fear, and instead dropping into what our heart, it's kind of like you say, okay, I'm no longer going to be in the head. I'm going to stay in the heart. This way I can look at the head, the mind, and I can manage it rather than be seduced by it. We have become human doings instead of human beings. Human doings instead of human beings. And this life can become so busy getting things done that there is not enough awareness available to sit back and relax and realize that all these stressful little circus acts of the mind are responsible for all of our suffering. Think about that. And it's a choice. If we want to be happy today, we have to choose to give up something. We have to let go of our attachment to our minds. So we must step back from our thoughts and stop buying into the ego's relentless river of incessant demands. And we have to choose to create more space from our heads to feel into our hearts so that we can find out what it is that we truly want to do with our precious short time here on this earth. If we don't step back from our minds and we continue to unconsciously follow our heads ranting and raving about all the things it thinks are so important, we might as well consciously choose to experience more suffering. And letting go of overwhelm always begins with a choice. And the choice to feel what makes our hearts sing. Now, if we aren't doing the things that actually make us happy, then we are choosing a form of imprisonment. And this is our opportunity to be free from the prison we put ourselves in today. Period. Stillness is the greatest achievement one can have in this life. Papaji. Stillness is the greatest achievement one can have in this life. Freedom begins with saying yes to a bigger, more amazing you. And this is about welcoming each moment with the type of gratitude that it could be your last. It's about stop trying to control, micromanage, and resist painful emotions and simply welcome them as teachers showing us the way home. And when we say yes, we invite in life. And from this yes, we can have a deeply relaxed body that is centered and peaceful. Then we not only reap the richest materialistic rewards that life has to offer, yet we discover an infinite spring of spiritual peace inside of our souls. And this stream of inner peace is always available. It's always there. It's always a choice in every new moment. It begins with refocusing the mind on relaxing into that space, which deeply nourishes our body, mind, and soul. And if we are constantly chasing the illusions of our minds, we may manage to catch and manifest a few of our dreams, yet we'll miss the greatest experience our souls came here to explore. The perpetual feeling that we are a divine, infinite, spiritual being who has no limits in what we can experience, realize, or manifest through this body, this human form. And as long as we are only tuned into the never-ending symphony of ideas parading across our minds, constantly spinning us around in circles like a crazy Ferris wheel, we can only feel confused, lost, and emotionally uncentered. To attain the ultimate spiritual experience, we must choose to remember that thoughts are a distraction from this divine truth of who and what we all truly are. And of course, thoughts are necessary in this life and also harmless in themselves. It's only when we latch on to our thoughts like a life preserver and believe that they are true reality of our experience, our existence, that suffering is instantly created. While we think that our circumstances are the cause of our frustration, the real source lies in not being aware of our higher self. The miracle is that as we awaken, so too does the whole universe. Per Velat. So our minds have been programmed since birth to endlessly search, seek, and pillage to find happiness, fulfillment, and abundance in the outer world. And this constant search will never, ever, ever, ever be truly complete. Now, if you think manifesting all your dreams or desires is the greatest goal of your life, watch out for you'll stop smiling, having fun, and miss the cosmic joke behind it all. And the only way that you will find the real happiness that your mind is seeking is discovering the freedom from the mind that is always available here, now. The side effects of a quiet, still, and silent mind are profound states of bliss, inner peace, joy, and living in that peaceful stillness. That is who we all truly are. We automatically feel a deep sense of fulfillment all along the way. And in each moment, we are naturally relaxed and can see the futility of striving so hard for outer contentment. So I'm going to give you 3 very sacred techniques that will help you find freedom from the mind, so overwhelm can never touch you ever again. And the first one, trust the perfection of this now moment. What if this very moment was 100% perfect and nothing had to be done to survive, live, or thrive? How would it feel to surrender and fully trust what was happening in each moment? What would your body feel like to just be here now and stop trying to achieve something better in the next moment? Trusting the now moment allows the physical body to completely relax. Trusting the now moment allows our bodies to completely relax, which lets the mind drop into stillness and silence. Once you've accepted that the now moment is perfect, it becomes impossible to feel overwhelmed again. Once you've accepted that the now moment is perfect, it becomes impossible to feel overwhelmed again. When you are completely present to the divine now, you see the perfection within everything. You are forever free from all overwhelm, because anxiety is a feeling generated by clinging to future thoughts. And the second phase, say yes to your life and stop resisting your experience. The very moment any of us start to feel overwhelmed, then it is to begin to practice this simple technique. Let whatever experience that is arising in you be there fully. Stop resisting this life and become an allowaholic. The universe is highly intelligent, as we all know. It knows what it's doing. Put your trust in it completely. Let each experience fully enter your body. Know it is the most important experience for your highest evolution in consciousness. And allow for each life experience to devour you as it was a gift from the gods. Each experience is an intricate part of the divine tapestry and cosmic play of this life. And when we say yes to the experience that's showing up in this moment, no matter how painful or challenging it may be, we tap into the divine flow and magical things begin to manifest again. The universe starts fulfilling our requests because we become in alignment with what is, instead of fighting or resisting whatever we think shouldn't be happening. And if we wish to manifest a miraculous, magical life, even in the next 24 hours, practice allowing for every experience to flow through you. Do this all day long. Trust that as you go through your day, that you are guided because the divine is everywhere and everything is guided. Nothing is not guided. Everything is guided. And this universe is never void of intelligence. We are always being penetrated by it. The more we can surrender and say yes to this intelligence all around us, the more fun and magical our lives will definitely become. Breathe deeper into your belly. If you are challenged with saying yes to a challenging experience of this life, or welcoming in your feeling of fear, control, or overwhelm, then the best thing you can do is to breathe deeply into the core of your belly, which is where we store most of our emotional tensions. Most of us breathe in a very shallow way because we are constantly being driven by all of the thoughts our mind is throwing at us. And each time you take a long, slow, deep breath into your belly, you relax and expand into a bigger experience of this reality. And the more frequently we breathe deeply, the more we naturally tend to let go of feelings of overwhelm and begin feeling good about our lives. A deeply breathed body is a receptive body, one that is open to receiving support and help from the universe. The more receptive our body-mind is, the easier it is for us to navigate through our lives. So take this moment to breathe deeply into your body and experience whatever it is that is happening for you. Take a look inside and notice how relaxed is your body right in this now. Where are you still holding on to tension? Maybe it's hiding in your jaw, face, hands, shoulders, back, or could even be your anus. See if you can breathe into that tension and let go of a little more of it. And the body is super sneaky. And it likes to hold tension in very interesting places. It also may tend to resist you welcoming in relaxation at first. You ever had that experience? Yet, if you can imagine that everyone in your life is here now looking at you with eyes of admiration, appreciation, kindness, and love, your bodily tension will eventually melt and let go. This divine universe is literally holding you in a warm cradle of cozy love, taking care of all your needs every day. All you need to do is to allow it to love you with a simple intention on relaxing your body-mind so deeply that you become receptive to all this love and support. Every morning and every evening, keep practicing and practicing and practicing. Try to imagine what a fully relaxed body and mind feels like, and explore breathing fearless energy into your heart and see how the mind changes and the body feels. If you make the time to create a real relationship with your new deeply relaxed body every day for 21 days, something miraculous will occur. Naturally, organically. And you will inherit all their fearless qualities and become free from any fear you may have had. And that's when we enjoy the journey. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies completely, head to toe, inside and out. Let everything flow through you. Don't fight a thing, not one thing. Don't let that mind start grabbing you and taking you in all kinds of directions. Totally relax it. Feel everything flood away out of you. All the stress, all the tension, all the fear, all the worry, all the concern. And as your body relaxes, you're going to know it. It's that superficial relaxation. And remember, you're not the body. You're the soul in the body. You're the God in the body, but you're not the body. This way you can look at the body and see where the stress, overwhelm is, and let it just flow in and flow out. You see, it's when we hang on to it that becomes disruptive for us. Have you ever fought your feelings? You ever fought with them? Have you ever fought, the stress and the fear and the anxieties and everything? Because we all experience it. Sometimes anger, frustration. And see, the body just loves to, it's a magnet. So when we let them go, we basically just let them flow through us. And when that body leans into you, God, it is in complete relaxation. No thought. You literally move into the now, and you step out of the mind and the ego and the subconscious mind. So instead of being part of their show, you're the director, the producer, the orchestrator, and everything of your show. Not the other way around, that they are of you in their show. So we're in the now. And we stilled the mind, the ego mind, and the subconscious mind. And the now is really all we have, moment to moment, the space between heartbeats. And the only way you can experience that is to stay in the now. Some of us, we all have memories, and we all embrace them at times. We reminisce. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Now, some of those memories, things that we've experienced, not all of them are wonderful, of course. But we visit things, and then we just kind of move on. Now, some of us, we'll have a tendency to go into a past, and the past really doesn't exist. It's dead. It's the only thing that matters is what you are and do in the now. For some of us, I look at the past as an elephant graveyard. It's dank, it's foggy, it's just in stillness, there's no air, there's no wind. And you see all these bones and carcasses just sitting there, which is basically all of the nows that we have experienced and are now no more. They're the past. Now we'll take that past, we'll bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We will create that future from that past and relive that past in that future. Now, a lot of people do it to certain degrees, and most don't even know why, whatever they keep doing in life, they seem to end up in the same place. This is why. Others of us will, there's two things. There's wondering and wandering. See? You wander and wonder. Wonder is fun because you dream and you wonder about this and that and how great it would be. But when you wander into a future that doesn't exist and you're starting to make demands and say, this should happen, why isn't that happening, and when am I going to have this, and when am I going to have that, it can become really stressful. So the now is all we have. Excuse me. It's all we have. Because none of us really know when we will leave these bodies. That's why every single moment, it's not easy to get bodies on this planet. It may seem to a lot, but most of us take it for granted, these bodies. It's not easy to get them. So, in the now, you're being cradled by the God that you are, your body is, total relaxation. You have allowed all of these overwhelm and stress and fear and anxiety to flow through you, which no longer is you and never really was you. And we look at the center of the body, and we see these lights, and they are there from your tip of your spine, your tailbone, all the way to the top of the head. Now, there's 7 of them. There's more, though, more than the 7, but we'll concentrate on these 7. And you look and you notice that they run all the way straight up through the center of your body, the top of your head. There's 7 of them. They're shapes of 7 different flowers with geometrical shapes inside in the center of each flower. And they're not like pieces of something that you can pick up and handle and everything. They're in the etherical plane, which is the spiritual plane. But they are there. That's a proven fact. And the God within that body, that the body right now is being held by the God, the energy, the God force, love, light energy runs through these energy vortexes, these wheels of light, these chakras. And they are very important to us because most of us don't know what they are, and we don't even pay any attention. Most people don't even pay attention to them. In fact, the majority don't. But I do. Do you? Because we know with the God force how it affects the body when it's in it. And all of these chakras, like the root chakra, the Muladhara, this is the red wheel of light that literally is our survival. It is the emotional aspect of that energy vortex is our survival. Money, food, in this world currently, finances. And what happens? What blocks our survival? And it is a thought, and it is an illusion. Fear. Fear blocks it. Think about that. And who creates the fear? The mind. It's good that we know these things so that we can navigate much easier instead of being kind of in the dark about it. So then, we learn this. Our survival is blocked by fear. And then we move to the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. This orange wheel of light. This is our pleasure, sexuality, ability to accept others and new experiences, sense of abundance, well-being. Our physical associations, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, and immune system. Now, this is our pleasure and blocked by guilt. You're not, guilt destroys our pleasure. And we've all experienced it. It's like everything's just kind of flowing great, and it's all falling into place, and we feel so wonderful, almost blissful. And then it's almost like this dark cloud just comes over us. This little voice comes in and says, this isn't going to last forever. You don't deserve to be happy all the time and have pleasure all the time. That's not right. You see, that's the mind ego. So our pleasure is blocked by guilt. So then we move to the yellow wheel of light, willpower. It's our willpower. It's our solar plexus chakra, Manipura. And it also, our emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical association, central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, skin. And what blocks our willpower? Shame. Shame's another thought that the mind creates that we embrace. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light. That is the heart chakra, the anahata. This is our ability to love. This is a biggie. It's our emotional issues are love, joy, inner peace. Our physical association, heart, thymus, lower lung, circulatory system, immune system. The anahata. And what blocks our love? What blocks love? Grief. Grief will destroy love. Believe that's what happens. When someone is in grief, they are not capable of love or anything. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, throat chakra. This is the Vishuddha. This is our self-expression. It's our ability to communicate, talk, interact. And it's our truth. And physical association is thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, vocal cords. And what blocks it? This is our truth. It's blocked by lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. This is known as the third eye chakra, the Ajna. This is our ability to focus on and see the big picture. It's our intuition, sense of purpose, and direction in this life. And our emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical associations, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. Then we move to the violet wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. This is our direct connection to the divine, to the God that we are. And this is our inner and outer beauty. This is our emotional issues, our connection to spirituality and pure bliss. And our physical associations, pineal gland, brain, nervous system. So we bring the God force love light, you, the God, us, the God, running through these energy vortexes, our energy, along with our divine positive energy, our breath, which, by the way, whenever you're in the now and you have a tendency, we all do, float off in thoughts that really aren't ours, consciously we can tell ourselves, okay, so I'm floating off in these thoughts, don't know why, but I'll focus on my breath and I'll be in the now. The breath is divine positive energy. It holds, it literally sustains the God within it, which the God gives the body power, which then allows the body to have breath and oxygen. So these two energies are funneled through these energy vortexes all the time. We're like a fountain, an energy fountain. You can picture this in your heart, mind, motion picture. And you see this energy flowing through these colored wheels of light, you the God, your divine positive energy, breath, and up like a spring, a fountain, and that energy comes back down around, right to the tailbone, back up again. It's perpetual. So when we hold that energy at the top of our head, the crown chakra, briefly, we are love, we are God, and we are one. It compresses it into omnipotently powerful liquid energy. And then we pour it over our pineal gland. And everybody sees it differently through their heart, mind, motion picture. I see it as a green ball, rosebud. And as soon as I pour this omnipotently powerful liquid energy over it, it just immediately transforms into a massive, fully bloomed rose with multicolored petals and just an absolute blissful fragrance. And it's sending out these kind of like vibrational frequency waves, almost like what you see, on a hot day long down the highway in a mirage, kind of rising off the road. And it saturates my body from head to toe, inside and out. And the absolute feeling of just divine, deep, eternal love and peace and gratitude is off the charts. It's just phenomenal. And it's not overwhelmed. It's just a flow. It's natural state. And I discovered that the rose is me and I'm the rose. And this all emanates from the God within me. It's like these bodies, right, that we're in. The heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind. The God, the pure consciousness. All of this, all one. And we discovered that we're heaven on earth. We cannot not be. The soul is the heaven and the body is the earth. The soul is divine perfection, which never changes. The only thing that doesn't change. Everything else changes. And every single step we take, we're creating paradise on this planet. And we've learned to shine our light outward, which is our God force, love, light, energy, which is the God within these bodies. And we don't do it like a flashlight. We do it 360 degrees. It just absolutely emanates out from us in all directions. And it floods this planet, and it floods this solar system, and it floods this galaxy, and it floods the universes. We are very powerful. We are absolutely immortal. We are endless. And so you can see, if you were to see, and all of us can, see this planet from a distance, and we will see that it glows. And it's filled with nearly 8 billion gods creating paradise with the God light, the God force, love, light, energy, and it's just permeating everything. We are the light, each of us. We've never been anything else. We are the forever light. Now, we're parts of each other. Now, the ego mind can argue that till it's blue in the face. But we're parts of each other. So we seek out parts of ourselves that are consciously aware. Awake to a certain extent. Now, we have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, Alboria, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. The archangels, they vibrate at a different frequency than we do. And they're part of us, and we're part of them. So we don't see them like we see each other, but we do meet with them. And when we do meet with them, not all the time does it dawn on us, but sometimes when after we're done interacting with them, it could be anybody. It could be a stranger. It just comes over us. There was something different about that. That was an angel. And they all have the same message, but they deliver it in numerous ways. Isn't it absolutely magniglorious to be alive in these bodies right in this now? The answer is yes, it is. Because whenever I interact with them, I just come back and say, they ask me, and I say, yes, it is. And then bliss fills you, bubbles over. Now, they can surround any one of us in a large number, tens of thousands, because of their vibrational frequency. They can house a large number in a small area. The ascended masters, they're those who have mastered physical form, out of physical form, hold pure God form consciousness. Now, we have ascended into physical form and create our experiences to perfect our creation while in this physical form. And both the archangels and the ascended masters are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. So then the other parts of us, of the collective consciousness of God, that are somewhat awake, all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, form the circle of light, and complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they're with us now consciously. Then we call out to all of the light energy beings out there that are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, form the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this universe with not 1 inch of sacred space to spare. Now they come in the trillions of Gugaplexes from trillions of universes from every direction. And they are with us now consciously. Call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. And trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Felines, Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Avian, the Golden Pyramid, and many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in massive numbers, they're with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Yet, only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. And yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the complete liberation of this planet. Now, they come in shapes, colors, sizes, forms, and configurations of what, at least with our eyes, we do not see. And because of these eyes, the way we are, we only see 1% of what is. Now, the ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now consciously. And we're all together, arm in arm, hand in hand, in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind. gentleness, kindness, generosity, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we're all one, and we're all God, and we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy isn't all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We all immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This light emanates from the gods within each and every one of us, the Godosaurus. It is so brilliant it would take over 1,000 trillion suns to even come close to its radiance. And it is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. And we're flooding right in this now, this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, on it, in it, above it, and below it. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe, with this pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude and peace. We're flooding everyone, all of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep. You feel this. It's beginning to have an effect on those that have been asleep. And now are starting to open their eyes and start to realize what actually has been transpiring. So we begin to levitate above this planet, and as we do, we're met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And we notice that there's trillions of these laser kind of lights bouncing back and forth on all of us gathered in this meditation. Hundreds of millions on and off world. And when we discover that the source of the reflection, these little tiny microscopic mirrors, perfectly etched, we know that and then we can actually go into them, and then we discover that all of these reflections are us, with each other, teaching, student, teacher, teacher, student. Learning, teaching, teaching, learning, constantly. And this is our journey. Our endless journey is always helping each other, always assisting each other, always teaching and learning from each other. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. Eventually, we will all learn that we will be able to heal our bodies in a split second. We're immediately met with the violet blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met by the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds us all that from head to toe, inside and out, we are 24/7, perpetually imbued with a white fire armor, head to toe, inside and out. This emanates from the gods within us, within these bodies. Omnipotently powerful. It cannot be penetrated. No attachments, no demons, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. Zero. ever. We cannot be harmed. Yet. Only you. Only you. Only you have the power. Whether consciously or unconsciously, if you decide to lower your vibrational frequency low enough through hatred, anger, greed, envy, manipulation, deception, worry, fear, anxiety, stress, you'll lower your frequency low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with a purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, send them to pure consciousness where they are literally vaporized and gone permanently. We're then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor and restoring our highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we are the sun, the sunlight, the rain, the rainbows. We are the sunsets and the sunrises. We are the sky and the clouds. We are the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams. We are the animals. We are the trees, the forest. We're everything, and everything is us. So the next time that you're walking along or you're in view of a sunset or a sunrise and its absolute majesty and spectacularness, it is you. You're the divineness. You're the perfection. You're the bliss, the joy, the happiness, the easy going. It is you. And we continue to levitate, ascend above this planet. And as we do, we come into full contact of this massive crystalline light tower, which we created. It's larger than this solar system. And some of us decide to step outside our physical form and hover effortlessly above them if we're carrying physical form. And why? Because we can. So in the center of this crystalline light tower is a sphere, massive sphere, oblong. In the center of that sphere is a golden white ball of light. It's surrounded by numerous colored lights. And they're all sending this wave of energy saturating us all. And the golden white ball of light is pure, deep, eternal love. And then the other bands of light coming in are pure, deep, eternal gratitude, pure, deep, eternal peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, well-being. Bliss, joy, tranquility, abundance, prosperity, great wealth. It's unending. And then we discover that we are these. That the golden white ball of light is us. We are it and it is us. Now, at the top of this column, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees. And that's, as it's doing right now, flooding us all, saturating us all, bathing us all in this pure, deep, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. All of our brothers and sisters, whether they're awake or asleep. And it does this 24/7. It doesn't ever stop. And we are all drops of this golden ocean. And we also contain the essence of this golden ocean. So the ocean is the drops of the ocean. The only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We created this sphere over 3 years ago. It houses nearly 1,400 of our meditations in perpetual motion. All of us gathered every day for over 3 years. And imagine that intent that's flooding us all head to toe, inside and out. Can you see how this planet cannot not be liberated? That all life is being lifted? That the planet herself is in complete joy for this transition? It's absolutely spectacular, magna glorious. Now, this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, because, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. You feel it. You feel the ascension. You feel all of these frequencies, these higher frequencies of pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude and peace. They're endless. They're waves. So what is it telling you? Communicating through the gods within each and every one of us. Breathe deeper. Relax your body. Right now. Stop holding on to tension. Wherever it may be on the body. The divine universe is literally holding each of us in its arms, in a warm cradle of cozy love, taking care of all of our needs every day, and all we need to do is to allow it to love us, and with a simple intention on relaxing our body-mind so deeply that we become receptive to all this love and all this support. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. and easy breath in through the nose. And an easy breath out the mouth. Move easily and fully. The greatest spiritual energy in this entire universe is inside each and every one of us right here, right now. And there is nothing we can do to diminish, taint, or change this ever-present spiritual consciousness that is flowing through all of us. Imagine you have the volume control on the knowingness that you are this eternal spiritual energy. Turn up your knowingness as high as it will go. What does that feel like to know without any shadow of a doubt that you, all of us, are the most powerful, indestructible, eternal, infinite energy in this entire universe? Practice knowing this divine presence is you all day long, and initiate and integrate this knowingness whatever you're doing in the course of your day, while you work, eat, drive, play, and engage in conversation with others. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we will return here Saturday, May 15th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Tonight at 9 p.m. for our reverse aging.